Hi, everyone. Welcome to the Live, Lead, and Inspire show via Asia TV. Of course, I'm your host, Asia, and I'm glad to be back. It's been a while. I'm pretty sure you've noticed a huge gap between the last time I did a solo video and now. I think the last time I did a solo video was probably about, I don't know, a few months ago. I'm trying to remember exactly what date it was. I did upload an interview last week that I did with my friend Zila Lopez. So if you haven't seen that yet, go back to my channel and watch my latest episode with my interview with my friend Zila. She's also a fellow Toastmaster like me, and we were talking a lot about emotional intelligence and how to deal with that in the workforce and in life. And it was a really great conversation, a really great interview. So please go check it out. But aside from that, I haven't done a lot of interviews or solo videos in a while just because a lot of things have been happening in my life. And I want to be able to actually talk about it with you. And that's what this episode is about. It's about overcoming adversities, or at least trying not to stress when things are happening in your life that you don't particularly want happening. So the reason why I've been a little bit behind in making my videos and uploading episodes is because I've had a lot of things going on. So first of all, I am a Division C director with Toastmasters District 52. I'm such a big fan of Toastmasters, so you hear me talk about it, it's because they've really helped me so much. Also, just a quick side note, I am in the middle of packing right now, and so you're probably going to notice a little bit of graininess in the video. I apologize for that. I usually use a really good Logitech camera that I have, but because I don't know which box it's been in or where it's at, I don't have that. So I'm just using the computer's video. So obviously it's a little bit grainy, but you know what? We'll make do with it for now, okay? And hopefully I'll have my video for the next episode that I make, and it'll be a lot more clear, but I apologize for that. So let's get back to what I was just talking about. And so, like I said, I'm a Division C director with Toastmasters. So that requires me to look after 4 of my area directors, 2 of who I got to contact. I need to remember that. But I have to oversee them and manage, make sure that they're turning in their area reports, help them whenever they need help. And then I go into the different clubs within my division and I help them with that as well. So there's a lot of work that is involved. Plus, I'm also directly involved in District 52, helping my top 3, directors who are overseeing the entire district and creating training programs and so forth. So with all of that said, there's just so much going on that end, but I'm enjoying it because I love training and teaching, and I really enjoy just doing a lot of these different things. So aside from that, I also just graduated from DeVry University's Keller Graduate School of Management. I got my master's degree. I fulfilled a dream that I had of getting my master's. And so I got my master's not in business, but I actually got my master's in human resource management, which is within the School of Management, and so the MBA programs that they have are within that realm. And it's been such an amazing ride because I met some amazing people. I was going through a lot financially too while I was going through school, and I'm still going through it. So we'll talk about that in just a little bit. But I graduated in June. I finished my classes. I was also accepted to 4 different universities to go into their doctoral programs. I applied for a doctoral. So that's my second dream, is to have a doctoral degree under my belt. And I really, I'm very passionate about leadership. I'm also passionate about business and entrepreneurship and women in leadership. I mean, I'm very passionate about in all of these topics. And so I'm getting my doctorate in organizational leadership. Guess where? Pepperdine. I got accepted into Pepperdine University. I got accepted into 4 different universities, but I wanted to choose Pepperdine because I like the fact that I get to travel with my class. And so I will be traveling to China next year, where actually, yes, April of, at the end of April, going into May of next year. So we're going to be having a 10-day trip to China. We're going to be, learning a lot about leadership and like how policies are made there in China, the international things that we should know, being that, we're not just leaders here, but we're global leaders. And we're trying to make followers and build more leaders. And it's just a lot of things to learn. So I'm looking forward to that. So I chose the program because of the travel aspect, because there's the whole one-on-one classes. Every week I go to class and I get to meet with my peers and my professors. And I've had so much encouragement from them, even with my DeVry professors, deans, everybody. I've had a lot of encouragement I'm actually working on opening a Toastmasters club with them. I'm also part of an honor society, which I'm working on opening at Pepperdine. And I'm trying to open up a Toastmasters club in Pepperdine, but I'm also active in the DeVry's Honor Society, and I'm doing leadership trainings, and it's a lot of fun. And so I've been really busy with that aside from homework. I'm also looking for work. So I am looking for adjunct professor positions wherever I can teach, because I would love to teach business and entrepreneurship and management, leadership, human resources, all of that. This is awesome. My degree, my master's is in human resource management. So that would be a great field to teach. I love training and development. I love designing curriculum. I love education. I think education is something everyone should have. It's important for everyone to have an education. So I am building that. It's a lot of fun. That's why I'm doing this organizational leadership program in Pepperdine, and really learning a lot actually about so many different things. Even right now, I'm learning course design and how to create my own online course and all these different things. I look forward to becoming peer published, and I think that's going to be such a great feat. So aside from that too, I'm going through my own struggles. I'm trying to learn, I'm trying to understand things about myself and about my life that I want to be able to use to implement to teach others. And I feel that, I'm put in this world for a reason. I believe everybody is here for a reason. We're not here without some type of reason. And my reason of being is that I want to be able to teach others, to create leaders and more educated people here, so that we can be able to continue this ripple effect of giving people the best knowledge that they can receive that will help them with their career goals, that will help them with becoming the better person that they want to be. I mean, there's so much potential, right? And so this is a dream for me, to be a professor, to teach. I wanted to do this since I was in my undergrad. I always wanted to teach. And so I'm trying to make this dream a reality at this point, and have been applying to a lot of different places. It just wish me luck, you guys. And if you even know of any place where they need an online adjunct professor in business, management, human resources, entrepreneurship, whatever, please let me know, because I will love to do, to teach and to do all of that. I mean, I'm applying everywhere. I'm also applying for different positions right now because I don't have a job yet, and I really want to get my foot in the door in a position where I can really gain a lot of knowledge within the aspect of, management and human resources. I mean, I have the knowledge, but, it's nice to take what I know and implement it in a job. And my second dream is to have my own training and development company. So I want to create leadership development programs for companies and corporations, and really get into the heart of HR to help them become more human. We want to develop human relationships in leadership. It is extremely important. And I'm really about that. I love the training aspect, and I can design curriculum. Not even a problem. I've done it before with, within my Toastmasters district and so forth. So these are my main goals right now, being able to get a job as a professor, being able to have my own training and development business. I do coaching and consulting, but I haven't really worked much in my business. And I'm also financially kind of struggling right now. And so this is what I want to talk about. And I'm finally getting to the topic here about how to overcome adversities. And I'm going through a lot right now. Like I just mentioned earlier, we are packing and moving. So, I'm not going to go into the nitty-gritty details of what's been going on, or anything like that. But the case is that we have to move. We need to get another place, and we're working on that. And so I'm doing a lot of packing. There's so much decluttering. I mean, we've been in this house for over 32 years. So it's, I know I don't look like I'm in my 30s, do I? But surprise. But the thing is that we have a lot of things to do, right? 32 years of things that we have to now go through. I mean, we don't have 32 years of stuff. We've been throwing away things throughout the years, but we have other family members who have kept a lot of their stuff. So we've been going through things and just trying to declutter and minimalize as much as we can, so that we only take what's necessary, which, are the things that like, for example, for me, what's necessary: my clothes, my books, makeup, of course, jewelry, of course, whatever, fake jewelry we have, right? I mean, the necessities that we need. I'm just joking around about that part, but the necessities and the things that we don't need, we're just giving away or donating to Goodwill or to whoever wants to take it for the holidays. There's a lot of donation spots open. I've donated a bunch of clothes I don't need anymore. We're donating things we don't need, furniture, things like that. But And the thing is it's good because, it's like we're clearing out stuff, and certain things have like this negative energy. So I want to try to like get rid of things that don't bring us that happiness, and only keep the things that bring us happiness. I love books. I'm keeping my books. Okay. I'm even getting more books. And I'm like, wait a minute, I'm packing, but I'm buying more books. What's going on with that? Well, I'm not really buying. I did buy one book at Costco just a couple of weeks ago, but I have friends who are giving me books because they're trying to offload their stuff. And then they're like, oh, do you want these books? And I love books, so I'm like, yeah, let me look and see what kind of treasures you have. But aside from that, like I said, packing and moving, so having to find a place, but then also financially, there's a little bit of a struggle in the terms that I don't have the kind of money that I would like to have to help me with paying certain bills. And, our water heater just decided to, leak the gas. It's not leak, but like the gas started leaking from it a little bit. And so I had to call the gas company the other day, and they came in to check the house because we told them we were smelling gas. We didn't know where it was coming from. And then they found out it was coming from the water heater. So with that said, we had to basically get them to shut off the control valve. We have no hot water. We're kind of boiling water right now and using it for showers and things like that, which, you know what? It's an adversity. We're going through a lot of adversities right now. But a lot of people also look at me and go, you're going through so much, Astia. You're in school, you're studying all the time, full-time in school. You're busy with, your work with Toastmasters, with your honor society. You're also looking for jobs. Looking for a job is a full-time job in itself. And I'm like, when am I going to be called in for an interview? When am I going to land a professor position, a gig, something, obviously it would have to be a part-time gig, even with human resources. Like if I wanted to get a human resource assistant position, but it's, I'm doing that, and I'm working on my own business. So I'm not just like sitting here not doing anything. I'm working on my business. I'm working on my videos. I'm actually working on creating a course that I want to put up on Udemy, very first course. So I'm working on it. It takes a while to build things, and that's the thing about business. Things are not going to happen overnight. If you know and you have a business plan and you're structured and you know how your industry is going to look like and what to expect and what's going on, it's going to take time to put things together. But I'm trying to, come up with ways. I'm also on Upwork right now trying to find freelance positions to do. I was actually writing articles a month ago for a company, which was really fun. They gave me topics to write about on HR, and I would write about the topics and give it to them, and then they would post it up. And then, they had me on a 1-month contract. And then once they had their HR resources, then they said, okay, we're going to call you back for when we need you next time. So I'm on a contract basis. When they need me, they'll let me know. But that, doesn't really bring in that much money, but it brings me pleasure to write. So I love writing. That's another thing. So, that, and now I have to find a place. We have to, move pretty soon. There's so much on my plate, and then I take care of my mom and I help her out, and there's so much going on. And, a lot of people are like, well, how come you're not stressed out? If it was me, I would be like, like head over heels trying to figure out what to do. And, they even tell me, you're like, you look good. You don't even look stressed. I don't have pimples on my face. Well, let me tell you something. I got a sty in this eye. I was wearing glasses for a few weeks. It was annoying, but you know what? The sty's gone now. But it was part of the stress. I mean, I was stressed, but I'm not as stressed as I guess people think I should be. But here's the reason why I'm not as stressed. And maybe you might want to consider this if you're going through any type of stressful moments. Have faith. Have faith that there is something bigger beyond you, beyond what you're going through, that's going to push you through. I am a very spiritual person, and, I do pray. For me, I pray, I believe in God. And so for me, I know God's going to take care of everything for me. I know that there are people who you believe in whatever you want to believe. But if you believe that there's a higher power out there that is bigger beyond us, that has knowledge of everything that we're going through and is helping us through it, and that's the faith that you need. And I have that faith. I have faith that, I'm going to, that God is going to put me through this, that I will be okay, that my mom and I will be okay, that, we're going to have a really nice place soon. We're going to financially be better off again. We're not going to struggle. Because right now, I'm obviously my financial aid is what's helping me to kind of like live right now, if so to speak, you know what I mean? And so, and that's like that with any student, like all students typically go through this, they're doing their studies and it's, it can be hard. Some people are working full time and then they're studying full time. And I have friends who've gone through it. So I totally get it. And this is something that I've also learned that helps me to release my stress is to know that everything I'm going through right now is only temporary. This is not permanent. So if you are going through something in your life, okay, listen to me. If you're going through something in your life and you're going, oh my God, this is just going to keep going and going and going. When is it going to end? Guess what? It's temporary. It's not going to stay with you forever, especially if you take the right action steps to move yourself forward and you have faith and belief in a higher power that you're going to get, everything is going to get taken care of, and as long as you have that faith, and when I say faith, I mean like that faith has to be so strong that no matter what someone tells you, it does not shake you. Okay, it does not shake you. Someone can sit there and tell me, you're never going to find a place, or you don't have the income to afford this, or you can't do that. You know what? Guess what? It's going to happen because I know that I have God by my side. I have a higher power by my side. I'm sure you all feel the same way. It doesn't matter what you believe in. Really, it doesn't. This isn't even about that. This is about your faith. Faith in you, faith in your abilities, faith in whatever you believe in, faith in the fact that through adversity, we learn lessons. And for me, I look at everything I'm going through, financially, emotionally, physically. You know what? Look, moving, packing, decluttering, getting rid of things that we don't need anymore. All this is emotionally draining. I'm not going to joke about that. It's emotionally draining. I'm not going to say that it's not. I go through my emotions. I do. Not knowing, if I'm going to be able to pay specific bills this month. Yeah, it's emotionally draining. Yeah, you're going to be like, dang, how am I going to be able to afford this? But then you know what? Somehow things come true. Sometimes things just come through and you're like, whoa, I didn't even expect this to happen. Through what I'm going through, I've been putting myself out there and I've been telling my friends, my friends know more of what's going on than I'm putting out here on the video because there's a lot of personal things I don't want to mention on here. But I've been putting myself out there, letting my friends know. And I have to tell you, I am so blessed. And this is where the higher power comes in, that I am so blessed that God put people in my life. I have amazing friends who have been coming in, helping me with the decluttering. God, we together, we've been throwing things away. Like every weekend, it's packing and decluttering and, putting things together and putting things in boxes and, storing things away in one part of the house that we're going to end up taking out later on. My friends have been here for me, have been helping me. I feel so blessed right now. I have friends who are even trying to find a way to help me with getting this water heater fixed or replaced or whatever, whether it's at low cost or pro bono, I don't know. I don't know how it's going to happen. I just know that there's faith that everything is going to work out the way that it's going to work out, the way that it's meant to be. I am a very strong believer that things that happen to us for a greater purpose. I am a strong believer in the fact that, there's something behind everything that happens to us. And it's meant to be, we have the free will. We put ourselves in these positions. It's our actions, our intentions, our behaviors that really matter. And what we put out there, then we know that our higher power, God, whoever, I don't care who you believe in. I believe in God, right? So for me, it's like, I'm putting that out there that he's, taking care of me, that everything's been taken care of. And no matter what's going on, I don't stress about it because I know that things are going to be taken care of. Somehow, some way, things always work out. And I have so many stories of miracles I have seen happen in my life. I don't even think I'm going to put it up on this video because it's going to be another hour-long video. And I don't even know how long I've been talking right now. Probably about a good maybe 20 minutes already. But I really wanted to put this out there that if you're going through something in your life and you're stressed out because you have some adversity, because you're going through financial issues or, even issues with your family or any kind of issue, anything that you're going through, whether it's even packing or moving, whatever, always know everything that happens is temporary. There's a lesson behind what you're learning. Those lessons are powerful lessons. I'm going to tell you something. If something doesn't happen in your life, you're not going to learn anything, right? So things happen to us because we're supposed to learn from it. Unfortunately, there are things that happen that are so tragic, and we're like, what is it that I'm supposed to learn here? What is it I'm supposed to learn? And maybe we don't know what we're supposed to learn at that moment, but maybe we're supposed to learn. For example, we're going through the fires right now here in northern and southern California, right? A lot of people are losing their homes and people are losing their lives. It's a tragic situation. And we just went through, a mass shooting issue in Thousand Oaks. It was it's devastating. It is really devastating. One of our Pepperdine students actually died in the mass shooting. So it was very sad for all of us. We were really it was an emotional thing. I mean, I was very emotional to hear about this. It was very emotional because it's so close to home. It's right here. You don't expect these kinds of things to happen, and then they do. And we're like, what is it? And I wrote a Facebook post and I said, what is it that we're supposed to learn behind this? What is the lesson behind all of this? And you know what? There is a lesson. The lesson is that maybe what we need is to bring more love into the world. Maybe the lesson for us is to make sure that we're taking care of each other. We're building our communities. People come together when things like this happen. And you should see how beautiful it is when people come together. I mean, there are people who I know who got literally their houses burned down. Their cars burned down, their property burned down. Their lives are upside down now because now it's I have to rebuild. I wasn't expecting this to happen today, and look at what happened. And you know what? Even here, there is something powerful. Rebuilding will happen, but as a community, we're coming together. That's what's important right now. Right now in the world, what we need is to come together. And that's the lesson behind it is let's come together. Let's help rebuild. Yes, it's going to take us time. Yes, there's going to be certain issues that we're going to have to deal with, but we're coming together as human beings. We're coming together as brothers and sisters. We're coming together as a family. We are a human family. We're coming together. This is a tragic situation. I'm going through my things in my life and I'm seeing my friends are there for me. My classmates even are telling me, hey, call us. Let us know what you need. We're going to be here to help you. I wouldn't have expected this. I'm going through so much in my life and oh my gosh. People are coming together to help me and my mom, and they're concerned about us and they want to make sure we're okay and we're taken care of. That's a huge blessing for me. You know what that lesson is? Lesson is the more you give, the more you receive. The lesson is that the more you come together as a human race, the more you come together as a family, you don't look at anybody. You don't look at anybody for how they look like or the color of their skin or anything. You're looking at each other as a human race. We're all human. We all have, everything is the same. We're not different from one another. We all have an eyes, we have a nose, we have a mouth. We all have to do the same things. We all eat, we all have a stomach. What's the difference? There's no difference. We're a human race. We come from a huge genealogy. Okay? And we're supposed to love each other. We're not supposed to bring hate in the world. We're not supposed to do that. Part of leadership is love. Leadership is love. It's building relationships and showing love and care to one another and respect. That's the power of leadership. So I'm seeing that. Yes, I'm a leader, but I'm seeing that I have friends who are leaders. I'm seeing that that there are people in this world. We're going through so much. Everybody's going through so much. We're all going through adversities. What I'm going through may not be in comparison to what someone else might be going through, but we're all going through something. It's the way that we handle the stress. It's the attitude of what we're going through that really matters. It is the attitude that matters. Remember that. How you look at things, whether you look at it in a positive way or in a negative way, that's your attitude. It matters. So think about what you're going through and look at the attitudes that you have. Look at your behavior. Look at your reaction. How are you reacting to the situation? And most importantly, is it a positive attitude? I have a positive attitude. No matter what's going on, I'm staying positive because I know that stress isn't going to do anything but hurt me. Stress hurts our bodies physically, emotionally drains us, mentally drains us. Why would we want to be stressed? Why can't we look at everything that's happening in our lives in a way that makes us know that, you know what? Yes, there are things that are happening, but we can overcome it. We can overcome it because we're building relationships. We have communities that come together because we know that when we need something, everything is going to be taken care of because there's a higher power at work. We don't know what's going on, but you know what? God's working behind the scenes. A higher power is working behind the scenes, and that is powerful. And when you have faith in that and you're seeing miracles happen, and trust me, a lot of people are going to see miracles happening in their lives, especially with everything right now we're going through here in California and everywhere else in the world. Trust me, miracles happen every day, and people are going to be seeing more miracles happening. It's already there. I'm seeing it in my own life. And I just want to tell you, don't give up hope. Don't stress out. Have faith. And think about what lesson it is that you're learning for yourself personally from everything that you're going through. Like I said, it could be a lesson of family ties. It could be a lesson of building community relationships. It could be a lesson of learning to become more loving or more giving. Or maybe the lesson is, hey, take care of yourself, save your money so you don't have to go through these things later kind of thing. I mean, I'm learning a lot of my own lessons too, financially speaking, mentally, emotionally, physically, every way possible, how to take care of myself better, how to take care of my family better. And so there's so much that we have to learn. There's so much that we have to learn, but always remember that everything happens for a greater purpose, because here's the thing. If we don't go through what we're going through, how are we going to teach other people? How are we going to put ourselves out there and teach others that, you know what, I went through the same thing. Now I can teach you how to deal with it in a way that's going to help you. And then they're going to go through it and they're going to help others. And it's just going to be a ripple effect. So think about that. I'm just telling you, think about it. Think about the lessons you're learning. Think about the type of impact you're going to create because of what you're going through. And if your intention is to create powerful positive impact in the world, then think of all the things that you're going through right now, whatever it is, good or bad, anything. And where are you going to create the most impact? Think about that. Don't think about, oh, woe is me, I'm going through this, and, go like that. No, stand up. Be who you want to be. Don't let adversity take you over. Don't let stress take you over. And most importantly, always look at the lessons behind everything. Always take a deeper look, a very deep look at what's going on. Analyze the situation. Understand your reactions and your behaviors. And you will see that, and have faith. Have faith. I mean, that's the biggest thing. Have faith. Have faith everything's going to work out. You don't know how it's going to work out. You don't know what's going to happen, but you know the right people are going to come to you. The right things are going to happen. And even if it takes a little bit of time, even if there are bumps on the road, everything is going to work out. Have faith, you guys. Have faith. Learn the lessons. Analyze deeply. And you know what? Don't stress. Don't stress at all. Because everything that's happening is happening to make you a better person. It's happening to make us a stronger community. It's happening to make us a better and a stronger world. Better leaders, better world, better issues, better things. That's how I look at it. I try to be as positive as possible. You might not all agree with what I have to say right now, and that's okay, because I don't want you to agree with me. I don't want you to think, oh yeah, she's right. Asia's right. No, I might be right. I might not be. We all are entitled to our opinions. And so I want you to have your opinion, and I want you to be okay. And I want you to take care of yourself. And I want you to just remember to always stay positive no matter what happens, because everything that happens in our life makes us stronger and better. And it doesn't look like it right now. It might not even look like it right now. It might look like crap, nah, how's this situation going to even make me better? What is this? I don't want this right now. This isn't what I'm asking for. Things happen in our lives when we don't ask for it. And that's okay, because it's life's way of asking us, what more can I teach you? What more can I do for you to make you stronger? What can you do so that you can teach others so that they can learn from you? And that's it, your impact. All right, you guys, this has been a really great episode on the Live, Lead, and Inspire show by me, Asia TV. And I look forward to seeing you back again for another episode soon, and some more interviews that I'll be doing later on within the next couple of months. And hopefully next year we'll have some more interviews and more things going on. I'm also getting ready to do a podcast called Empowered HR Leadership, because I really want to do a podcast to teach people, to talk to people, interview people on HR. There's so many things that we're going through with human resources. I want to be able to do that. So I'll keep you guys informed. We're going to have Asia TV, and we're going to have the podcast. So you guys can be able to watch and listen to both. All right, everyone, I'm checking off. Have a good one. Take care. Bye-bye.